Welcome to St. Lucie Public Schools Transportation Department, Employee Training and Development. This training session will outline the expectation for reporting Signal 4s. The purpose of this training is to define a clear understanding of the expectations of a bus driver when and if you are involved in a Signal 4. A Signal 4 or bus accident can occur anytime. They can be minor and unfortunately major. Anytime you are involved in a Signal 4, you are to immediately report it to dispatch and await further instructions. Failure to report a Signal 4 can lead to termination of employment. When in doubt, call it in. If your bus touches anything, you have been involved in a Signal 4, with or without students on board. Let's review some steps on how to report a Signal 4. Immediately radio dispatch to advise. Be sure you are clear and you follow any instructions that are given. Dispatch is going to ask you a series of questions as they're relaying information to and from 911. They'll ask you for your location, if there are any students on board, and if there are any known injuries. Wait for 911 and manager to arrive on scene. Again, be clear and follow any instructions that are given. Students cannot be released until police officers clear the scene. If parents show up at the scene, students are to be held until you are given permission to release them. Here is some of what to expect while on scene. Most important, remain calm and composed, especially if you have students on board. If they see you upset or nervous, that can spark chaos on the bus. Also, please be patient while waiting for us to respond. Often, we are fighting traffic to get to you. Here are some manager duties while on scene. Once they arrive on scene and begin the investigation, they'll obtain a statement from the driver and aide, provide an incident report to the driver and aide to complete, and also provide an up-to-date student manifest, as well as take pictures of the full scene. Here are some driver and aide duties. Give a statement of the events to the manager, complete the incident reports while you're on scene, mark the students on the manifest that are currently on the bus. Once cleared by police, continue your route if applicable. And of course, always advise dispatch when you have been cleared. After the Signal 4, you will be immediately transported for a drug and alcohol test if there are injuries to anyone involved resulting in a medical transport from an ambulance, any vehicle involved results in being towed, if a citation is issued to you indicating that you are at fault, if there is a fatality on scene, and if there is reasonable suspicion that drug or alcohol use may be the cause of the accident. What is TDA? TDA is temporary duty assignment. What do I do if I am placed on TDA? You will report to your assigned compound as normal and report to your area manager. They'll advise of any TDA work that you can assist with. Any time that we are waiting for a drug and alcohol test to come back, you are TDA'd. How long will I be on TDA? As long as it takes to receive the results from your post-drug and alcohol test. This usually takes between 2 to 3 business days. If there are none of these incidences occurring that would result in a drug and alcohol test, once 911 and a police officer as well as management clears the scene, you are able to proceed on. You are only placed on TDA if any of these items occur. Let's review some common questions and answers.
An officer just cleared me. Do I still need to wait for a manager to arrive?
Yes, the responding manager must complete our internal portion of the investigation, which includes taking pictures, obtaining statements, and etc.
I'm in a bus loading zone. I just hit another bus mirror. Can I release my students to the school?
Absolutely not. Anytime students are on board and your bus has made contact with anything, 911 and management needs to respond and clear the scene before releasing students.
EMS said everyone is good to go. Can I proceed?
No, EMS cannot clear the accident scene, only an officer and management.
There are parents here trying to get their kids. No one is hurt. Can I let them go?
No, a manager and police officer must clear the scene. Parents will have to wait.
The other car just left. Can I proceed on?
No, never leave the scene of an accident unless you are instructed by police and management.
There is very little to no damage to any vehicles. I do not have students, so can I leave now?
Absolutely not. Whether you have students or not, or if there is damage or not, you are to wait for police and management to arrive and work the scene. In case you missed it, let's review. Anytime you are involved in a Signal 4, you need to report it immediately. Failure to report a Signal 4 can result in termination of employment. You must report every Signal 4 even if there are no students on board and no noticeable damage. You are in a Signal 4 if your bus makes contact with any object, no matter how minor it is. Students are not to be released under any circumstances until police officers or managers give clearance to do so. Never leave the scene of an accident without clearance from management. All staff will be held accountable to meet all the expectations set forth by the transportation management team. Failure to meet these expectations may result in disciplinary action up to and including termination of employment. Thank you. Your training is now complete. If you have any questions about this training or any other training, please speak with your immediate manager.